Okay, everybody. My name is Dev Karlekar. I work with Devendra Bhardwaj at GuruSchools. So I welcome you all. This is the next batch at Salesforce, and we have two trainers, Amrapali and Devendra, who will be taking this training track for the next about 8 weeks. You all will be attending this training. You're also part of the focused group in Salesforce, where you will be interacting with other fellow students. Some of them or many of them will be ahead of the curve in terms of they have finished their training, they're retooling their resume or getting their resume marketed or interviews or project escalations and all. So stay proactive. You all will be given the repository of our previous training. To expect in 2 months, you will come up to the speed of what Devendra and Amrapali have done in 8, 10, 12, 15 years. We are joking ourselves, but you will get a good overview on the Salesforce administration. And you need a job, so you need to give your 100%. I request you to go through the revision sessions, to go through the previous track recording. Practice makes you perfect. The more and more you invest your time in going through these sessions, the better you will be prepared. And that's how you will be ahead of your competition. Salesforce is our biggest practice. We have projects also on Salesforce. So for those who are keen on having a career, I guess you're in the right realm of the organization, because the odds are in your favor. Salesforce as an organization is growing, is multi-folding. The stock is doing great. They're doing all strategic acquisitions, whether that's a Slack or Tableau or any other organization they are eyeing for. So in light of the futuristic product technology skill sets, Salesforce is ahead of the competition. It's been split into two parts: Salesforce Administration and Salesforce Development. Salesforce Administration is much easier. People who have a background in sales, marketing, customer service, or help desk desktop, they are much suitable to learn. In general, it's a drag and drop, meaning there is no programming knowledge is required. What is required is basically your simple common sense. I request you, along with the training, there will be parallel sessions running in towards vendor interview preparation, resume preparation, LinkedIn profile makeover preparation, any other escalations. Please, I request you to join those sessions also, which are primarily scheduled every Tuesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You will also get an opportunity in those sessions, especially at the 2 o'clock session, to interact with the sales and the client delivery team. So for those who are eyeing for a job, resume preparation, resume marketing, and what's happening to your candidacy, I request you, suggest you to parallelly attend those sessions. So by the time you're done with your training, you will also be market ready towards pitching for your candidacy. Otherwise, you will invest another month or two towards preparing your candidacy. Most of the people forget to do that. This training will give you a good overview and will give you good conceptual knowledge. But you're not here for training. I guess you're here to get a job. To get a job, there are separate sessions happens every Tuesday, Thursday. Please make sure to join it. Twice a month, you will be having mock sessions, meaning every 2 or 3 weeks, we will have a mock session where the trainers will also help you prepare for the technical interviews, Q&As, and we'll have a mock session with some of you, many of you. Each one of you need a job. So each one of you must give your 100%. As an organization, we are here to support you, and we are here to ensure you that we will roll that red carpet for you. What we bring on the table along with the formal training is also the projects, the staffing, and the consulting opportunities. We work with all major Indian outsourcing consulting staffing agencies, as well as many US preferred vendors. We have been here in the job market. This is our 22nd year. So relationship, trust. People must have a confidence in each other. People who have used us, they have taken our services. They know what our ecosystem is. We are a minority owned MBE, a small minority owned agency. Hence, we get that minority spend reserved for us. That means we play to win. On top of it, we have formulated hiring programs like hiring women in STEM, hiring women in technology, hiring locals, which is going to help you a lot in the journey towards securing you an opportunity. Many of these Indian outsourcing companies, they're headquartered out of USA. Hence, they have been termed as a foreign company, with the exception of Cognizant, but even they are a publicly traded company. So they are not considered as a minority business by the corporate America. I see many of you have an Asian heritage. So as you know, many of these Asian countries, India and others, they have a reservation system. Same thing, there is a minority business reservation systems in the USA. Having a woman-owned organization, having an Asian-owned organization, service disabled veteran, Native American, LGBT, these are different kind of minorities which you can get the accreditation if the owner has that heritage. And then basically using that minority certification, you align yourself with these multi-billion-dollar companies. The multi-billion-dollar companies must work with companies like us because there is a corporate mandate towards having a 5, 10, 20, 30, 40% reserved spend meant for minority business enterprises, which is what we are. Individually, you are not. So rather than going through multiple layers and rather than going through different agencies, end of the day, you are not optimally working and you're not getting the best of the money. I would suggest you work with agencies which have this kind of an edge and they can optimally represent your candidacy. So without doing any further ado, on behalf of GuruSchools, I formally welcome you again. This sessions runs through weekdays, primarily Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. All sessions are recorded. We use Zoom. In case you miss one or two recording, you can always fall back on the recorded session. We upload all these recordings on our YouTube channel. Each one of you will be given a repository of various such recordings. I humbly request you again, please make sure to tee in to the previous training recording and practice as much as you can. The more you practice, the more you will see yourself that you are better prepared. When you come to these sessions, you will, rather than coming with an empty slate, you will be coming with more prepared and you will see the difference because that will be much more interactive than a one-way communication happening. Even the trainers will appreciate it because even they see a value in you bringing on the board and asking interesting questions. Both the trainers we have, these are lateral people, okay? We are not here to throw some video at you and then we are gone. We are here to ensure you are getting a good blend of theoretical and practical experience. And to top it all, we are preparing you to ensure you have an IT career. Okay, so without doing any further ado, welcome you all and my best wishes for this course. Thank you, Devendra.
Yeah, thank you, Dev sir. So, welcome everyone. So, I would request those who have joined for the first time to introduce yourself. So, after your introduction, we can start our session.
Alphabetical order, we can start.
Yes.
Okay. Just a brief introduction, mention your name, your education, whatever you have done in a candidate counseling group, more or less similar fashion. This is the first session. We basically wants to understand more of you and your background so that we know how many of you have what kind of an experience and background. So Adil, do you want to start first?
Yes, sir. So hello all. My name is Adil. I live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I worked with AT&T for quite some time, close to about 10 years. Started off as a customer service rep and moved into technical support and then team lead. After that, actually, I also got my foot wet into some real estate, which I'm currently doing. And I'm looking forward to working with GuruSchools and gaining some more knowledge regarding Salesforce, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm excited.
Excellent. Who want to go next? Alphabetical order.
Yeah, I mean, you can start.
Amin, can you unmute and speak?
Elakia, you can start. I think he's facing some issues.
Hello, I'm Ilakya. I did my Master of Computer Application in India. I'm at Maryland.
Can you hear Alakia?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, sir?
Can you please be a bit louder?
Speak in the microphone. We barely hear you.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Hello, sir. I'm Ilakya. I did my MCA in India 2012. Now I am stay at Maryland. I'm just started my career right now because the last 2 months back I got my EAD. I want to learn something in Salesforce from Guru School. So I want to join this class. Thank you.
Excellent. Who want to go next? Okay, Medha, go ahead, please.
Hi, my name is Medha Khataukar. I've completed my master's in business administration. I've worked in Standard Chartered Bank and Reliance Industries uh, in when I was in India. Uh, After coming here, because I was an H4 EAD, I'm a homemaker. But I have been volunteering with various organizations. Currently, I'm volunteering at Women's Center International, and I'm also a certified Scrum Master. I've done it from scrum.org last year. And I'm currently residing in Fremont, California, and looking out to work into Salesforce Administration.
Very good. If you have any formal education on Scrum or business analysis, that also helps in Salesforce Administration. So it's always nice to have. Good. Who want to go next?
Hello, everyone. This is Prerna Piyush, and I live in Dallas, Texas. And I have done my Bachelor of Commerce in Financial Markets Management, and I have also done Bachelor of Education. So this is a very new beginning for my career. So yeah, I'm very positive towards it. Thank you.
Okay. Please test your mic for many of you, some of you, because this is interactive training. So
Okay, sir.
for some reason, if you're having difficulty hearing you, disturbance or mic quality, then it will be a problem. Just a humble request. Okay. Yeah. In your free time, just make sure it works.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
Me, Trupti.
Go ahead, Trupti.
Hello everyone, myself Trupti Joshi, and I have done my MCom, and after that I was pursuing my MPM degree, but due to some reason I could not complete it, and I have done my internship in Tech Mahindra in HR recruitment, and now I'm learning this course for my job. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Who wants to go next?
Hello everyone, this is Tushar speaking. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Tushar, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I have done, I'm a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from India. I have worked in pharma sales in India. Then I moved to Canada. I used to own a business. Then I decided to move to US. I am currently owning a business here as well. I'm on E2 visa and looking for a TN visa actually. So that's why, I'm looking forward to this particular career. So yeah, I don't have any IT knowledge, but as you mentioned, sir, yeah, it doesn't need, as long as you are focused on whatever it is taught to you. So yeah, I'm looking forward and excited to the new career.
Very good. When you're a small business or customer service, basically, you are wearing that hat of customer relationship management rep or of a sales executive. So that helps you when, as an admin, you're rolling out some of those functionalities in execution. So that knowledge comes to handy. So very good.
Awesome.
Who wants to go next? Devendra, you can take the order.
Yes. I think everyone is finished.
Runu, did Runu
Yeah.
complete?
Yeah, Aruno is a previous batch student. If she wants to
Okay.
add something or
Okay.
share her experience, she can do that.
Okay. Yeah, it's a free flow. If you want to, Runu or Sony, I think Sony covered.
No, Sony's left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sony's from this batch, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sony, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Sony. Can you hear me nicely?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Okay. So I reside in East Brunswick, New Jersey. I have done my master's in chemistry, and then I did 1 year sales diploma, and I worked with ICICI in India. When I moved here, I worked with Liberty Science Center for 2.5 years, and then I joined a school and I worked there for 1 year. So now again, it's a career gap and the job gap. So I again started my career with the good opportunities. So that's why I joined this course. So hopefully I get the good jobs placement here too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yep. Okay, so everyone has introduced themselves. So let me introduce myself. So myself, Devendra. So I'm working here for the GuruSchools for the past many years, and in the Salesforce ecosystem, I carry around 10 years of experience. and the Salesforce admin, consultant, and development. So I am one of the trainer who will be taking you through all the live scenarios which I am working in the business right now. So I will be taking you through all the live scenarios, all the business scenarios which we are working, as well as like I have my colleague Amrapali, and who is a senior consultant working in for the US client, and she will be introducing herself, and we'll both will be there for you till this 6 weeks, and also after 6 weeks we will be there to help you. Like you can take the feedback from the previous students as well. So if you're asking for any help, we are not denying. And as a Guru Schools family, when we commit on your enrollment, then we will be there for you till the last day of your journey till getting a job. And after getting a job, we are getting giving the project support. And also, so it is not like that after 6 to 8 weeks we are leaving you alone. So if you have any difficulties in understanding any topics, any scenarios, and also you can ping us on the WhatsApp, and also in the WhatsApp focused group. Because when you will be pinging in the WhatsApp focused group, it will create a learning opportunity for all of us, like all the scenarios and all. So I request everyone, if you have any difficulties in understanding any topics, any live scenarios, if you want to learn, so just ping in that WhatsApp focused group, so that like everyone can see the scenarios, everyone can learn. Because every time when someone is coming with a problem, so all the focused people can work on this that particular problem and give a solution. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining this call. I would like Amrapali to introduce herself, then we can start off the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Devendra. Hi, everyone. My name is Amrapali, and I have 6+ years of experience in Salesforce ecosystem. So I'm working as a consultant for US client, and earlier I was working for Euro client. So, yep, for 6 to 8 weeks, we'll be taking your classes. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amrapali. Yes, Dev sir, we are done with the introduction part. So if anyone has any questions, so they can ask before starting.
Well, normally I join just for a morale boosting and to welcome
Yes.
you all. So I'll be dropping in. All I want to assure you is you need a job. If you give your 100%, it's our job to help you get a job. Okay. We work with all these billion-dollar companies. I mean, many of you know, anywhere from $1 billion like Dices or Persistent all the way to Capgemini. These are all leading big daddies of the world, and they have experience working with Fortune 5000 organization and taking the large project work. Each one of you need one job, and it is our job to help you get that one job. Okay, because of the pandemic, most of the hiring is remote, most of the working is remote. For those who have family and looking for that balance of family and work, this is a great opportunity for you. And plus, as we are aligning ourselves as a minority business enterprise, and as we have an offering which is hiring locals or hiring women in STEM and technology, all these big outsourcing agencies, which otherwise are foreign companies, they bank on agencies like us towards their planned hiring. Planned hiring meaning every year they have to hire X number of X hundreds of or X thousands of people, either based on gender, based on region, based on their internal SLAs or their client expectations. Many of them, they utilize their strategic partners whom they have appointed for doing this job, like GuruSchools being one of them. And then we do this task for them. So you're in a safe hand if you're looking to have that career, and if you're willing to give that 100% and you're willing to walk that extra mile, I guarantee you, each one of you will benefit. Please do not limit yourself for training. You must also engage yourself in other activities which we are doing towards vendor interview preparation or client interview preparation and other makeover exercises. All communication will be posted in the WhatsApp group. So please pay attention and do not miss out on that. Okay, if you miss out, it's basically your loss. So thank you again. I will drop. I welcome you all and my best wishes on behalf of GuruSchools. Bye now.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Amrapali, start.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Okay, before starting the session, so have do you have any questions for us, both of us?
Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So first we will talk about what is Salesforce and what services it provides. Okay. So as you can see here on the screen, I have to open my Excel sheet. And the reason I have opened this Excel sheet because I wanted to tell you that before, Salesforce company use Excel sheet or spreadsheet to use, or to maintain the data like this only. So I do not have any spreadsheet access. So that is the reason I have opened the Excel sheet, which is similar to the spreadsheet. So now let's say I am a sales rep and I am working in the company XYZ company, and what I'm doing is I'm entering all the leads data entered here, okay, in these columns, which I have is first name, last name, then email address, phone number, then company and their address. So I'm entering this data manually one by one. And now what is happening? Let's say another user needs to have access to the same spreadsheet,
Give him his
right?
ball.
So what can I do is I can give access to the same spreadsheet. I can give it to one user or I can give it to 100 user, right? So now let's say all of the users from a single organization is working on the same spreadsheet. Then in that scenario, what can happen is a spreadsheet can go slow down, right? Because all of the users are accessing the same spreadsheet and editing all of its data and everything. Okay, now let's take the second example. Now let's take this particular spreadsheet is accessible for all of the users in the organization, including manager, team lead, sales rep, and everything. Now, there might be some sensitive data which we do not want to show sales rep. Those data should only be visible to manager or let's say team lead. Can we do that in spreadsheet? Do you have any idea?
No, we can't.
Yeah. So we cannot do that, right? And even if we want to hide a column from here, that will be hidden for all of the users. So that means spreadsheet does not have basic functionalities. Now let's talk about Salesforce. What is Salesforce? So it is a CRM tool, which provides different types of services to the companies. And let me just open my Salesforce org. So this is the login page for Salesforce. Okay. And this is the interface, which is a lightning interface. So let me go to the leads here. Okay, you can see here this view, all open leads. Can you please confirm?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay, great. Yep. So this is a Salesforce instance, okay, and I have opened this particular list view, which we call list view in the Salesforce. So this is just like the spreadsheet. If you can see this, right? We have columns here, then we have rows here, right? This is a column, this is a row. So in Salesforce, what we can do is we can sort this particular column just like spreadsheet. Also we can search for any column here or any value in the column. So let's say now we have 15 records, okay, and I want to search for this particular record, okay, and I have not yet opened this particular table here. What I can do is I can just directly enter that name here, and once I will enter that name here, Salesforce will automatically search that record for me and it will open that record. Okay, so in Salesforce, a table we refer as object. So this is a table, but in Salesforce we refer it as object. This is a column, but in Salesforce language it is a field, and then uh, each row means records, right? So this is the first record, this is the second record, this is the third record, and like this. So in Salesforce, what we can do is we can just simply click on this particular lead name so that, you know, we can drill down into it and we can see more information about it. So let me just click on that. Okay. So now once I clicked on it, it has opened a page like this, and in this page we can see if its history, for example, when that particular record was created and when that particular record was last modified, and also we can see other details as well for all of its editing. Let's say if someone is changing the company or someone is changing the phone, someone is changing the mobile number, email address, then all of its editing we can see here. Okay, we have to add that section over here so we can see that in the Salesforce. Now, so basically what we can do is we can edit, or we can say customize the Salesforce org as per the business requirement without writing a single code, right? So the second example, if we see where we wanted to hide a column, right? We wanted to hide a column from the user. We cannot do that in spreadsheet. However, we can do that in Salesforce because Salesforce has a strong security controls, and we have to set it up based on our requirement, or we can say business requirement. So let's say if I do not want this particular user to view mobile column, then we can hide it from only this particular user. So this column will be there, but when this user will log in, or we can say when we click on this user, okay, in the detail section we won't be able to see the mobile field or column. So basically Salesforce has all the advanced functionalities which spreadsheet does not have, and that is the reason, you know, all the companies are now moving to Salesforce. So we will be working on the core functionality of Salesforce, which is a sales cloud, for about 6 to 8 weeks. Yep, that's all from my side. Do you have any questions? Anyone? Yes, no, maybe?
Not
got-
for now.
No.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
So the
Okay.
question I wanted to ask was, you were
Mhm.
mentioning you can hide certain objects actually from certain clients.
Yes.
Now, the hiding procedure or the process, is that something that we'll learn in upcoming classes,
Yes.
or is that something?
Right.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So
basically, Amrapali was talking about the security model. So yeah, so this comes under security model. So what user can see based on the security setup, told by the client or the organization.
Oh, okay, so she was just giving
This,
us a brief overview of what
yes,
Salesforce.
Yes, yes,
Okay, all
right.
right.
yeah, yes.
So what
So
can
we
we
are
do is,
so we
sorry to
have
interrupt.
okay. So we have not moved into yet start of the topic because Amrapali was just giving you the feel how Salesforce was earlier and how they have implemented their services in terms of application.
Got you.
Yep.
So yes, we will going to learn everything, like module by module. So once we'll come to the Salesforce security module, you will going to learn each and every security sections over here of how you can hide a field, how you can hide a record, or even a table and everything. So yep. So what we'll do is first, we will create all of your Salesforce login. Okay. So for that, what you have to do is, okay, let me stop sharing my screen and
Amrapali, I
you.
have a question before you do that. So,
Okay.
like where the place I work, there, one of the other account, not my account, one of another account is using Salesforce, and in that they are using only the cases. So when I went to their screen and I asked them to open like contacts, sorry, not the contact, the accounts or uh, leads or something other objects, but she was not, there was no records available in that. So is it because she did not have the access, she's not
Yes, yes,
able to see it?
yes, yes.
No,
Actually, yes, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
But
Actually,
it
this,
doesn't
yeah,
give any message that okay, you do not have access, or it doesn't show any
No,
message on that.
that is not the
okay,
case. So what
yes,
might have happened is she was working on the um, service cloud. Okay, and in service
yes,
cloud we use accounts and cases and contact. We do not use leads. So what you can, let's say even if she has access to leads, for example, let's say, and once she click on here, if there is no data, she won't be able to see any data here, right?
Right, yeah.
yeah.
So is
And
it
also
because
like,
she doesn't have the access or
yes,
data is not available?
yeah, it depends upon the client requirement. Like for example, it like for example, there is a requirement of the people to work on the service cloud on the cases only. So the client set up a such a organization with the Salesforce that they have only the access of that particular case object only because they will be only interested in that case. Whatever the cases are coming, they will be replying
Mm-hmm.
on that cases, and after the closure of the cases, everything is done. So it depends upon what she's working or he's working, and what is the requirement of the client. So what clients want you to work, based on that they will be giving the access of the org, right?
So if she doesn't have the access of like leads, for example, so if she
Mm-hmm.
click on leads, so it will not show the message to her that okay, you do not
No.
have access, or there will be
If,
nothing showing.
sorry to interrupt, but if she does not have access to the leads object, then she won't be able to leads tab here
Yes,
on this bar itself.
No, but then maybe I what I'm asking is she had the tab. I'm not sure about the lead, or but
Yes.
she had the tabs. But when you click on the tab, there was no record. So it's because there was no record entered on that.
See, I have not yet checked that particular organization, right? So I cannot
Mm-hmm.
comment, but I assume that there was no record. There were
Okay.
no
yes,
records because
It's
every
security,
organization set up
security issue.
their security controls and everything as per their business requirements. So I'm not sure what they have set it up, but if she was able to see the leads, and if there were no records, I mean, if this particular list view screen was blank, then I'm pretty sure that there was no record for leads.
yes, yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So,
No.
Amrapali, I got a question
Mhm.
following the question that she had. So, in general scenarios, like you said, that that particular company, but in general, like how does the process work? Like, generally, do they have notification if somebody has access, or does it just show as a blank screen if somebody does not have an access?
if they have access, let's say they have access to the lead object, account object, and contact object, rest of the object they do not have access. So when they will go to this particular application, they will be able to only see these three tabs here. They won't be able to see other tabs.
Oh, so you
Okay.
mean tabs will not be there at all if there is no access.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, got it.
So basically, in order to give the access for a tab, so at least that read access should be there for the particular user. So we will be covering this in the security model. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay, so um I will
I
be
have
give
I have pasted Amrapali. I have pasted the
oh,
link
okay,
to everyone on that chat
okay.
screen, that
Now
developer
let
org
me
sign up.
Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. And anyone from, the new batch, anyone can share their screen, because now we are going to create a new developer org for each one of you. So one candidate can share their screen, and others can follow along with anyone.
Excuse me, we have already. So do we need to create again?
No, no, Deepika, like it is for the new ones, right?
Okay,
So
okay,
you can
okay,
you can
gotcha.
practice the same on your, like you know how to create the org, right?
Yes, 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 I
Yes,
know.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
Thanks. Thanks.
I can share my screen if nobody else wants
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can everyone see?
Yes.
Yes.
So the link is on the chat section for Zoom. So you can just copy that link and paste it over here. Excuse me.
Just trying to figure out where the chat section is.
I just sent again.
I got it.
Or else in the URL you can type developer.salesforce.com. Yes. That's it. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, here what you'll have to do is you'll have to enter your first name, last name, your personal email address, which is it should be correct email address, because you are going to receive a notification from Salesforce, and once you verify it, after that you can log in Salesforce. So here your job role will be administrator.
And what company do I choose? I mean,
You can just enter Guru School. Select your country. And here in the last section is a username. So what you have to do is you'll have to enter the username in the email format. So your current email address, you can use that particular email address as your username. Otherwise, let's say some people may have, 5 developer orgs or 10 developer orgs. That time we cannot use the same username for all the 10 orgs, right? So we have to select the different username, and username will be the unique username for all of the users in Salesforce ecosystem, whether it is a production or sandbox. Okay, so in that scenario, what you can do is you can use the username in the same email format. But if it is not letting you, let's say sometimes if this particular username has already used by some other user, then Salesforce will throw an error message saying that this is a duplicate username and you won't be able to use the same username, right? So what you can do is you can just add any suffix or prefix in your username just to make it unique, and then you can use it. So I think, yes, that's it. You have entered all the information. You'll have to click on sign me up. Okay, now you'll have to check your email address inbox,
Yeah,
refresh. It
it will take
takes
couple
some
of
time.
minutes. Yeah, couple of minutes.
So can we keep our same email address as a username?
Uh, See, the first time you can add the same as the email address, but let's say if you are creating a new Salesforce developer org, that time you won't be able to use the same email address as a username. You can use the same email address, but not as the same username.
Okay.
So one email address can be tied to, let's say, 10 multiple orgs, but the username should be different.
So does it mean that every time, if it is required, do we need to find out like different username, which, as you mentioned, should include the email address, or should be
It should be in the form of email address. That doesn't mean it should be the correct email address. I'm talking about the username, right?
yeah,
So, username, let's say if you are just using test, what's your name? I'm so sorry.
Tushar?
Tushar, yes. So let's say test.tushar at gmail.com. Now, this may not be your correct email address, right? But
Mhm.
you can use this as your username. So the only requirement here is for the username is that it should be in the email format. That doesn't mean it should be the valid email, and that particular username should be the unique.
All right.
So when you said the organizations, like multiple organizations, how often or
Yes,
how frequent does that happen?
organizations we refer as a now. Uh, I was just showing you a let sorry to okay. Let's take an example of a company. Let's say um, I do not recall any American company. Okay, let's take an example of Cognizant. Okay, now Cognizant, let's say, is using a Salesforce, right? To store their data, maintain their data, and all of their users are working on that particular Salesforce. Okay, so we refer that particular company as an organization here, and in the short form, we can say it as org. So if you are changing your projects, let's say from one company to another company, then in that scenario, you will get to, chance to work on different organizations. I hope I have answered your question.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Yes. So we refer an organization uh, as a company. So if you are working for Cognizant, okay, then that means that particular organization will have uh, the records related to the cognizant, and all of the users who are working in that company, only those users will have access to that particular organization. Now let's say I am working in Guru School and you are working in Cognizant. I won't be able to log in your organization, right? Because I do not have login credentials. In
Mhm.
order to log in Salesforce, we must have, or we need login credentials, which is username and password.
Mhm.
So, yeah, Adil, I think you have received the welcome email, right? Could you please cancel this? I mean, could you please click on that cross? Yes, you do. Yeah. So once you click on verify account, uh, it will take you to the Salesforce org. And as you can see here, your username is showing, right? So did it ask you to set
Yeah.
up
So once
your...
I clicked on verify account tab,
Mhm.
it took me to a page where it asked me to create a password and a security
Okay.
question.
Okay. Yes.
And then
Yes.
after I
That.
did that, actually took me to the homepage for Salesforce.
Okay, yeah, that is what I actually wanted to hear. So yeah, so once you click on verify account, it will ask you to create a password, and once you create a password, it will take you to the Salesforce homepage. So could you please go to the homepage? Yes. Could you please click on this cross? There is a cross button, right? Yeah. So this is a normal homepage, or we can say setup page for the user. Okay, and from here in the quick find box, you can search for any settings in the Salesforce org. So right now you are successfully logged in Salesforce. Could you please try log out and log in back, just to make sure that your password and everything is working fine. Yeah. Click on view profile, click on log out. Here, select I do not want to register my phone. Okay, that means it is working successfully. Okay, everyone has followed the steps, or let me check the candidate. Tushar,
Yes,
Jatin, Medha, have you created the Salesforce org?
Yes.
Everyone, right?
I'm working on it actually.
Okay. What about Prerna, Trupti, Alekya, Sony?
The username is our mail ID, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I am creating them.
Okay. If you face any difficulty, you can share your screen and you can
I'm
just show.
creating two.
Okay.
Quickly, just want to say it does not have to be an email address. Is that correct?
Yes.
You can have any username.
Yeah, you can just
Yes.
type adil@guruschools.com as well.
Right.
So it will work.
Okay.
Just for the verification purpose, Salesforce authenticate to give the verification link in the inbox. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone has created the developer org, right? So if anyone is facing difficulties, so they can share their screen, so we can take it ahead.
Do you want me to stop sharing so if anybody else wants to share, or?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, I got mine. It's working now.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone is able to log in their Salesforce, all right? Just to make sure, try log out and log in back.
While everybody's doing that, so like each company, like when you go and work for a project, they will give you the user ID,
Yes, yes,
the
yes.
login. Okay.
So yeah, basically like for example, if you're hired as a Salesforce in Salesforce ecosystem, when you will be there, so your managers, your like your client will give you your email ID like at adil@clientname.com, anything like. So they will be giving your username and password. So you need to reset that. You will be receiving that everything from the client. So don't you need to just go and work there on the scenarios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everything will be set up. But while
However,
working
if
as a
you are, yeah, please go ahead, Devendra.
okay, yeah, but while working as a Salesforce admin, you will be responsible for creating the email IDs for the new hires of the any client organization. Yeah, Amrapali.
You can, Devendra, you can tell them about the Trailhead and take
Yes, yes.
their logins and
Okay,
everything.
okay. So everyone has finished to like can everyone can confirm that they have finished that login for Salesforce org developer org?
I'm still waiting for the email confirmation.
Okay, so how many minutes like it's been now?
It's like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will take 3 to like within 5 minutes we probably get the link. Okay, after Sony finishes, then we can start with the Trailhead.
So in the meantime, Devendra, I had a question. So I have done a little bit, before this, what you call service now, which is
Mm-hmm.
also cloud-based, this sort of
Mm-hmm.
program. So uh, I think um, it is similar to that, I believe, whatever.
Yeah, basically, no. Basically, ServiceNow is a ticketing tool, right?
Mhm.
To the best of my knowledge. So yeah, so Salesforce together is altogether a different like to be honest, I haven't worked on the ServiceNow tool. I have worked on the Remedy tools as Remedy tools. So I don't have like I don't have exposure to ServiceNow. But Salesforce, I don't think so. It is similar to ServiceNow. But yes, the look and feel will be the environment is different. The maybe the procedure like will be the same. So I don't have like any exposure on the ServiceNow.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but you will be, yeah, you will be feeling the same. Like, for example, what you were doing in the service now, it depends. Like, we have so many uh, open positions for service now, and what people are doing in service now. So, what you have done, so you can relate your service now experience to learn Salesforce. So, it depends upon like what you have learned and how you will implement that in Salesforce. So, it's up to you.
Mhm. No, I was just because I just started that training, but then when it started using JavaScript, then I kind of lost interest in that actually. But till then, I
Yeah,
was
so
aware
that's
that.
all. That's what I told you that it depends upon the service now. So in service now, like they have the end user also using the service now ticketing tool, and also the service now developers are there. So what you have learned, so it's like you only know that what you have learned, and you can just implement the same in Salesforce. But coming to Salesforce, you will not have a single line of code while in 6 to 8 weeks. So
Yeah, that
just
is.
the logic we need to build, just a point and click development we will be doing. We will be creating the page. You will be seeing the page like the developers create, but we will be doing through the click like point and click development. We will be not using a single line of code to develop the application. We will be doing the application. We will be creating application. We will be doing everything. You will be seeing the page like you have developed something, writing code. But yes, to be honest, we will be not be using any code, just the point and click development out of the box functionality of the Salesforce we will be using, and you will be taking you through making the application, making the automation also. Like you will be wondering that how without writing a single line of code we can do the automation. But yes, in Salesforce, without having the IT background, we can be an automation champion. We can learn how the automation works. By the click of one button we can trigger something, email and all. So we will be seeing in upcoming weeks. So
That's
you will be, yeah, it will be interesting learning for all of you.
awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks.
Yep. Anyone has any questions?
Yeah, it's done from my side.
Okay, perfect. Adil, can you share your screen please again, so we can create the trailhead? Okay, let me share the link.
So, Trailhead is basically, the online tutorial guide provided by Salesforce itself, and it is created for beginners and intermediate admins who needs to learn Salesforce, how it works, how the Salesforce platform is, learn basic functionalities and everything. So that is the result. Salesforce has provided Trailhead, and in Trailhead, we have three different types of level, which is trails, modules, and units. And once you will be, I mean, once you will log in the Trailhead, will show you how trails, models, and unit looks. So what you can do is from Trailhead is you'll have to complete some challenges, and once you complete some challenges, you will earn some points in the Trailhead,
And
and you
also
will,
like this, yeah, and also like
yeah.
this Trailhead points and all batches and all, it will be beneficial to your job also. Like sometimes the client also asks that what is your rank on Salesforce Trailhead. So just to make sure how engaged you are with the Salesforce, right? So like for example, uh, when you will be going for the job interview, they are not asking frequently, but sometimes they can ask that what is your level, your rank on Trailhead Salesforce, because they just want to check how engaged you are with the Salesforce ecosystem, how you are like keen to learn Salesforce technology in terms of using the Trailhead functionality given by the Salesforce. So basically, Trailhead is a boon given by Salesforce to every new learner. Like even I and Amrapali, we in our day to day, we are also doing the Trailhead because practice makes us perfect, right? So practice, 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 that we need to do in our upcoming days. So Trailhead is the platform wherein you can follow the same steps given by them, and you can troubleshoot your issues. So basically, like it's a very good learning. So we will be taking you through our live scenarios, our business requirement scenarios, but you need to practice more and more on Salesforce Trailhead, because it will be a dual combo of our training scenarios as well as the Salesforce Trailhead scenarios. So you will be more proactive. You will be more in terms of learning. You will get your concept clear here.
And you can also
Yes.
uh, yeah,
Uh,
please go
Is it
ahead.
so? Is it basically like a platform for practice?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what you can do is you can also add this particular Trailhead link in your LinkedIn profile. So let's say if recruiter or if HR from any company is going through your profile, he or she will be able to view your Trailhead link and your points, your rank, and everything. But you'll have to make that profile as a public, so that everyone can view it.
Oh,
Yeah, David.
So Adil, can you click on sign up, please? Yeah. Okay. Salesforce. Yes. Okay. Your username and password.
are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I have one question. The points that we earn on this, and if
Mhm.
when we work on a client side, and there also if you earn extra like more points, are how would we club them, or is it
Okay,
going to be
so yeah,
just
okay.
one?
So okay, let me answer this question. So basically, like when you will be working for the client, like for example, there is new requirement from the client to learn some of the specific skills, right? In Salesforce. So they will not ask you to create new Trailhead profile, and you will be doing that particular skill set on that particular profile of Trailhead. But you can use your personal Trailhead, because like in my experience, like I would like to tell you that there was some requirement that to learn Paradot. So I was not aware of the Paradot, but client told me that to do the Trailhead stuff. So I told them that I need to create one new for the client. for you. So he told me that you can use your old one, like your personal Trailhead. So it is not like that you need to use the client side org, but you can use this on your personal Trailhead account that will reflect and add a value to your new skills as a as in your personal org, like personal Trailhead account.
And even if client is providing you a new organization, and if you want to link that particular
Hmm.
username, I mean that particular organization with Trailhead, then we do have option here to merge orgs or connect different orgs, something like that. Yeah, so here this is the profile page. Okay, first name, last name, and everything is there. And you can see the profile URL. That will be your profile URL, which is trailblazer.me/id and then a Mahmood 27. You can click on next. Okay, here you'll have to enter the company name, job title, and everything.
So the company name again, will it be GuruSchools?
Yes, yes. You can anytime change these personal information. So let's say now you're working in a different organization and you want that particular organization name shown here, right? So you can edit this information and you can change the company name, or let's say role, job title, and everything.
To this screen, complete your profile.
I'm sorry, but your voice is breaking.
Uh, how we got this screen?
Okay, when Adil clicked on sign up and enter his username and password, that time the screen appeared. After that.
Yeah, after Adil, you can share your screen so we can help you to set up your org. Yep.
I'm sorry, who is Adil is sharing his screen.
Yes, I'm
Yes, yes.
sharing my screen. I just wanna wait.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you. Should I just hit done, or do you have to show anybody anything else?
No, after Adil, like Medha can share her screen, so we can help you to create your Trailhead.
Okay, yes. Now you have successfully logged in your Trailhead account. So at the right hand side, you can see your name over there, Adil Mahmood. There is showing as 0 badge and 0 points on the right top corner. Yes, click on that. Yes. So once you will click on that, you will be able to go through your profile, then settings and everything. So if you click on your profile, you will be able to see all the basic information, that is your name and company and everything, how many badges you have earned. Would you please scroll down? Yes, so here you will have the detailed information about the badges. Then we also have some communities, which is Trailblazer. So there also you can let's say, if any require if any functionality is not present in Salesforce, then what we can do is we can create an idea link for that, so that Salesforce people, they will look into your idea, and if that idea has points more than a threshold point. Now I'm not aware of the threshold points, I mean what they set up, I don't know, but I have seen that if many users required that particular functionality, then Salesforce implement those features in release. So you can do this from here as well. Could you please scroll up? Yeah, here's a question and answer. Then we have idea section as well. Okay, no. Could you please scroll down? Connections, app exchange, scroll down. Files, it is not showing that particular section, but basically what you can do is, um, this is showing you for followers, following groups, right? So if anyone is following on your Trailhead profile, that particular user, let's say only Devendra is following you on this profile, so the followers will show up as one. If you are following 10 people, then this number will increase for following. And if you are added in multiple groups, because we do have, multiple groups as for Salesforce community, so you can search that communities online if you want. I do not have the names right now, so if you are added in any group, then that will gonna show up over here.
Yeah. And Adil, I have pasted my Trailhead link on that chat. You can open that and see like how the things works rank wise. Yeah. Uh, okay. So you can see my like profile, right? I have 105 batches, 54,175 points and 6 trails. So basically, like this is the highest rank of Salesforce provided by Trailhead Ranger. So step by step, when you will be doing, so you will be reaching to the highest point level. But to reach that highest level, you need to be 100 plus batches as well as 50,000 points to become a ranger.
So, Devendra, could you please explain what is badges, and what does the trails mean? Like, how do
Okay.
they, like, yeah.
Okay. Adil, can you go to your screen, please? Okay. Okay. Can you
You'll have to
click
go
on,
to the home page.
yes.
You want me to go to homepage for Trailblazer, right?
um you can
Next,
just click on back
uh,
button.
yes. The scout that next to your name.
Yes, this is the home page. So from here, what you can do is, there are different tabs you can see, right? Today, learn, credentials, then community for companies. Go to the learn tab. Yes. So here we can see, as I told you, we have three different types of level, which is unit, modules, and trails. Trails means a combination of modules. Modules means a combination of unit. Okay. So if you click on trails, click on, yeah, trails, then you will be able to find the trails list here. Would you please scroll down? Okay. Okay. Could you please stop? Okay. As you can see here, admin intermediate, the first column is showing as trail. Yes. So that is a trail created by Salesforce itself. Click on that. You will be able to see that it is a combination of modules. So it is a combination of formula, then data security. Could you please scroll down? And everything, right? Now, once you click on module, please scroll up and go to the first formula section. Here on this section, you can see use formula fields, then implement roll-up summary fields. These are called units. These are individual units. Click on that. I just wanted to show everyone how it looks, a unit. So a unit looks like this, where you will have a learning objective, and introduction, and information. And at the bottom of the screen, you can see challenge. Yes. That's right. Okay. So here you will have some challenges which you will have to create it in your developer or let's say Trailhead Playground. Trailhead Playground is something like a dummy org where you can create any functionality or use it, for your practice purpose. So you can just simply create it from a Trailhead itself. So on the right side you can see challenge and the points. So to complete this challenge, this particular challenge, you will earn 500 points. So what you'll have to do is, right now, on the left hand side for challenge, it is showing as my Trailhead Playground 1, right? Which is created on 8th of August, where we have a launch button. Yes. So from here we can, select, if we have multiple playgrounds, then we can select that particular playground, and we can also, connect it with your developer org. So and then click on launch. So once you will click on launch, uh, it will take you to the Salesforce developer org, and in that org you will be able to perform all the steps. And once the steps and everything is completed, you can come back here in the Trailhead, and you can click on check challenge to earn 500 points, that green button. Once you will click on that green button, Salesforce Trailhead will analyze itself, and it will check whether the module is completed or not. And if it is not completed, and then it will throw an error message. uh, it is not a generic error message actually. It will be dependent upon your challenge. So let's say, right now it is showing as object as contract, right? And if you have, I'm just giving you an example, if you have created an object which says that object name is contracts, okay, so you have added s there, so Trailhead will not be able to validate it. It needs the exact information in that particular organization. So once all the mod I mean to say, challenge and everything, if you have created exact same everything in the organization, in the dev or playground, only then it will be able to validate it, and based upon that it will give you the points. So, Devendra, I think, I'm not sure whether this org is connected with Adil's dev org. Adil,
Yes,
could you please
no,
click on
we
this
need to
three
connect them.
dots?
Yes.
Three dots just to, yeah, sure. So from here, you'll have to connect your dev org with the Trailhead, so that whenever you will complete any challenge in your dev org, the points will reflect here. Yes. So click on connect org.
Yeah.
Here you'll have
Yeah,
to
it
enter your username and password.
your Salesforce email and password. Yeah. And also like based on a requirement, you can just create new playground also based on the like want to do. If you want to like launch that particular trail on your particular email ID of which is associated with Salesforce, or else you can launch a playground and you can work upon. So it's up to you. Allow, click on allow. Yes, and save it. Okay, so now scroll down, you will see your email ID there. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Yeah, down.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see.
No. y-
Yes, here. You can see your org is selected,
And your username is showing up
reflected.
there, right?
Yes. And also like, can you go like back one step? So Amrapali, we can like tell them to like if they want to refer Trailhead, and if you want to like if they want to like just do the Trailhead, so we can refer them as a admin beginner, right?
Right.
Yes. Can you scroll go back, Adil? So Yes. You can go to again on the modules which Amrapali showed earlier. Yeah, trails,
Yeah,
trails,
click
trails,
on
yes,
learn.
trails. Scroll down. Yeah, admin beginner, yes. Scroll up,
It's an intermediate actually. You'll have to click
scroll up.
on beginner.
Yes, yes.
There is a beginner on the left hand side, right?
Scroll down.
Where we have admin intermediate, right? Just above, yeah,
Yes, yes, yeah. Here.
click on
So
that.
this, yeah. So this is the very basic. From the basic, they will start. So you can just, if you want to like spend time, you
You
can
can
just
start from this
here.
particular trail.
Yeah, everyone start from. But make
So
sure before moving on to the challenge, you need to read this all the information and you need to perform the same steps which they have given. After that, go for the challenge, because if you directly go for the challenge, you will not know how the things earlier went, right? So it is recommended every time that the steps which is provided by the Salesforce, you need to follow that. And after that, in the challenges, sometimes they don't give the proper steps just because they have made the scenarios earlier which they have given in the module. So you need to every time you need to do that particular module, and after that you need to go for the challenge. Yeah, you
okay.
can scroll down. Yeah, Amrapali, go ahead.
One question from the home page. How do we go to this page? Like I'm
Could you
right
please
now
share
in
your
home.
screen? Is it Medha, right? Medha.
Yes.
Yeah, please share your screen.
Okay.
Adil and everyone is getting what we are talking. So since this is the first class, so don't be so confused. So in the upcoming time, you will be like very well aware of that all the things and all.
So were you able to create your trailhead?
Yes. Um,
This is a
I've already
Salesforce
shared the
org,
link.
right? You'll
Yes.
have to go to the trailhead.
Trailer. Okay.
Have you followed the
Yeah.
steps
Okay.
along
Okay.
with
Got it. Yes.
Adil when he created a trailhead org?
I think is this the
No, not here,
path?
not here.
Not here.
What you'll have to do is Devendra has shared the trailhead link in the chat section. Copy that link and paste it on the browser. Everyone, please follow these steps along with Medha.
I just shared again. This is the link.
No, no, no. You'll have to copy the trailhead link. I think.
Yes, perfect. Now it will come. Prerna, you are up to the speed, right? Jatin, Prerna,
Click on sign up.
Ilakya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So please feel free to ask like if you face anything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Done, sir.
Click on Salesforce. Here you'll have to and yeah, click on that. Now here all the information is already provided. Just click on next and then enter company and your role and everything. Job title will be admin. And the company name, enter GuruSchools. Just enter S.
I got Guru School only. Will it matter or?
No, it's fine. Later on you can edit it.
Okay.
Relationship to Salesforce. What option should I choose here?
To the non-customer prospect.
Non-customer, right?
Okay.
So right now you are not working in any organization, right? So later on, let's say if you get a job and if you are working in any organization as an admin, then some companies have a partnership with Salesforce. Some companies are customer. Or let's say if you are working in Salesforce organization itself, then you can select the other options as well. Yeah, click on done. Okay, yes. So from here, you will have to click on learn. There is a tab called learn, right? Click on trails, search for admin beginner. Click on trails, first option. Yes, click on admin beginner. Okay, so these are all the modules you will have to complete it. So you can start from the first module, which is Salesforce Platform Basics.
Yeah,
Understand what
apart,
is Salesforce.
yeah. So we will be also like taking you to all the steps and all the topics in Salesforce, what Salesforce admin does. But on top of that, you need to invest time in the Trailhead. So make sure that you will be earning points for your benefit, and also you will be learning more.
Sir, actually, I missed one step. I'm on the get started, but I missed some steps. So I'm facing problem how to start, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you please share your screen? Okay. Have you signed it up? I mean, have you signed up for the Trailhead?
Yeah. No.
Then click on login directly. If you have not yet signed up, then click on sign up.
Okay. Okay.
So you have signed up, right?
Mhm.
I did not get you. I'm really sorry. Yes or no?
No, 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 ma'am.
No. Okay. Okay. Then yeah. Then click on sign up and then click on Salesforce.
Okay.
Salesforce. Yeah. Then enter your same Salesforce username and password.
So does this have all the topics in detail, a kind of a revision, or may it not have all the topics?
No, it does have all the topics.
Okay, so it is pretty much a kind of a copy of the whole course, right?
We can say that, but it is something like for the users, who do not have any idea about the Salesforce and everything, because when I joined Salesforce, that time Trailhead was not there, so I had to learn everything on my own. And
Yes.
now in 2017, they have introduced a Trailhead playground, so that their customers, so basically sometimes what happens is the customers who purchase Salesforce, they do not have any idea about how Salesforce works and everything, right? So for the basic knowledge, they have introduced it. So the customers or anyone who wants to learn Salesforce and want to build a career in Salesforce, so all of these people can create a Trailhead playground and learn, I mean, from this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Basically, like you can treat it as a university. So everything is there. Like if you want to, if you don't have any knowledge about Salesforce, If you don't know anything about Salesforce, but you visit and practice here, so you can treat it as a university and you can learn many things apart from admin as well. Like you can, like all the topics are covered here. Like whatever the offering Salesforce have, everything is available here. So you can just
And
get your hands dirty.
yeah, Prerna, could you please click on next?
Yeah.
I would like to one more thing actually in the Trailhead. Click
I
on
have to
next.
save this URL or it will come
No, no,
automatically when
it will
I
come
will-
on your profile page. Don't worry. Enter your company name. So have you guys followed the same steps, Tushar, Sony,
Yes, I got it.
then okay,
Amrapali,
Alekia?
Yeah.
after Prerna's, can I share my screen?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
How do you share your screen again? Sorry, I didn't get that.
There is a share button, green button at the bottom. So right now you won't be able to share your screen because
Got you.
Prerna is
Okay.
sharing.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Got it.
Yes, click on done. And once you know you are yeah, now you will have to connect your org with your personal dev org. So go to the settings, click on your name, Prerna.
Okay.
Go to the settings. Scroll down, connected accounts. Click on connected accounts. It is showing your, okay. What you can do is go to the home page once again and just open any module or unit just to check whether it is showing you your name or not. On the this is your profile page, okay? The Trailhead homepage is already, I think, open in the next. Yeah. So here, just open any module just to check whether your org is connected or not. Did you open? No, right? You'll have to go to the modules or learn. Just scroll up.
Okay. 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 This module I can open. Yeah.
Scroll up.
Yeah.
There is a tab called Learn. Click on that. Click on any module. Click on modules.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down. Now there are so many modules, okay? Click on any module as of now just to check whether your account is connected or not. Yes, click on any unit. There is an arrow button, right? Click on that arrow button. Okay, scroll down to the bottom. Okay. It has questions. We'll have to check for another module. What you can do is you can just go to the trails, which which is for admin beginner, and from there open it. Who wants to share their screen next?
Okay, I'll do that.
Me.
Um,
Prerna, you'll have to stop sharing your screen. You know, right, how you find the trails and everything in Trailhead?
Okay.
Yes or no?
But
I just want to
actually,
know
what happened
if you have any idea or not.
in the last,
Do you have any idea how to find a trail in trails in Trailhead? Hello, Prerna, are you there? Hello.
Oh, sorry, I was no.
Okay.
In the last,
Okay.
I haven't.
No problem. Just scroll up.
Yeah.
Scroll up.
Yeah. Then, ma'am, what I
Then click on learn.
learned? Yes.
Click on trails.
Yes.
Okay, now scroll down and search for admin beginner trail.
Yeah.
It is there, right? Click on that.
Yes.
Click on the scroll down. Scroll down. Click on scroll up, click on that customization, Salesforce mobile customization module.
Salesforce custom.
Yeah, this one. Click on any unit. Create global action. Click on third one.
Yes.
I just wanted to know whether your org is connected or not. That is the reason. Now scroll down to the challenge.
Just a second. Which one you have said? Can you repeat?
Third one.
Third
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yes.
Now
Scroll down. At the bottom of the page, you will see the challenge.
challenges.
Scroll down.
Challenge. Check
Yes.
challenge.
Click on three dots there beside the launch button.
Yes.
Now click on connect.org. And now enter your same username and password.
Okay.
Click on login. Click on allow. Yes. Now you will see your username over there in the launch section for the challenge section. You can just simply click on scroll down and check.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem. Just scroll down to the challenge.
challenge. Yes.
Yes, your email address is showing there, right? Prerna.piyush. So now that means this particular org is connected with your Trailhead org, and to complete your challenge, you can just simply click on launch button and complete the challenge. And once the challenge is completed, you will just have to come back to the Trailhead page and click on check challenge to earn 500 points. This green button. Okay. Okay. Now you can stop sharing your screen so that I think who wanted to share their screen? I think Tushar, right?
Okay.
Yes.
There is a green button at the bottom of the page.
Yes.
Yes.
So I already got there, I guess. It's been
Mhm.
connected.
Yes, you have. Yes. Yes, right. Your org is connected. Do you have any challenges here? I mean, facing difficulties in login and everything, or it is working fine?
No, it is working fine so far. Now, from here on, do I click on launch?
Yes. So if you click on launch, then that particular Salesforce dev org will get launched, and in that developer org, you will be able to complete the challenge. That's it.
Okay, so it opened this one. So,
Yes, that is correct.
so
It's
what
a
do I
correct
do?
one, right?
So what do I do from here though?
You'll have to complete the challenge. Right now, I'm just showing you how you can do this in Trailhead, right?
Okay, so I have to go back to the other earlier screen and then from there, so I have to like go through like from the beginning, right? Right from the top of the
Yes.
page.
Yes, right.
Okay, okay, got you. All right.
All right. You can stop sharing your screen. Who wants to go next?
Me, Trupti.
Yeah, please, Trupti, go ahead. Are you facing any difficulties in logging in Trailhead?
Yeah.
So right now you are in the settings.
Yeah.
What you want to do?
I'm not getting that's what I'm asking you.
I'm not able to hear you. Sorry, your voice
Ah,
is very muffled.
okay, sorry. But I'm not getting after this what can I do? So that's why I'm asking you.
You can see the trail section is open on another tab, the previous tab. Go to the trails. Yes, the previous tab. Click on previous tab, which is showing right now trails. And from here, you can go to the trails. Click on learn. Scroll up. Click on learn tab. Click on trails. Search for admin beginner. Click on admin beginner. So this is the trail you'll have to work on from the beginning.
Okay, so I need to
Yes,
click
click
here,
on
right?
that. Yes. So this is the introduction part and information and everything. And at the
Mm.
bottom, you will see the challenge.
Yeah, here I need to click, right?
Yes. Yes. Click on connect all. Enter your username password.
Allow.
Click on allow. Click on yes. Save it. Yeah, that's it. Scroll down. And now you will be able to see your email address there.
Mm-hmm. And if I
That's it.
click on check challenge to earn 500 points, so can I do it again? I'm not getting what is exact that.
This particular button you will have to click once you complete this challenge in your org. So could you please scroll up little bit just to check the challenge over there? Yeah, so right now it has given you the challenge that create this field, create this data type, create this something like that. So once you will create this in your Salesforce org, after that you will have to come back to this particular page and click on this green button. And in order to complete this challenge, you will have to launch a developer org from this Trailhead playground. So right now your your email address is showing there, right?
Mm-hmm.
truptizoshi30@gmail.com. And then we have a launch button which is in blue. So you'll
Mm-hmm.
have to click on launch button. It will launch a developer org. In that developer org, create that particular field, complete that challenge, and once it is created here, you'll have to go back to the Trailhead page, that particular page, and click on green button.
Yes,
Not
and I
here,
would
not here.
I would recommend everyone to just go through the basics after creation of fields, after creation of object tabs and all, after creation of our application, then you can just do this trail. Then it will be very easy for you, because for now you will be not be understanding what you're doing, right? So just go through the basics, and after that you can, after like 3 to 4 classes, you can just go to create the objects, create the fields and all, right, Amrapali?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So now the developer org is launched, right? You'll have to go back to that particular link once again. So there is a
Fine.
tab opened already, which is showing as get started with beside the home.
Yeah, this one.
No, 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 no. It's not that one. One, two, three, four, five.
You
Fifth
look up
one.
on the top, yeah. Look up on the top right where the blue tab is, up on the very top of the screen.
This one.
No,
No,
go
no,
up.
the
Oh no.
fifth tab, which
Go
is a
all the way up.
browser tab.
Go to the left. See where it says get started? Go to the left.
Yes, the tab is correct.
Keep coming to the
The
right.
fifth one, fifth one,
This
fifth.
one right
Yes.
there, yeah. To the left.
Well, we are not able to see your screen if you are.
Yeah, I think she have accidentally stopped it.
Yeah, it seems like she has stopped it.
Okay. Okay. The
It's the
fifth
fifth tab,
tab.
right?
Get started with, you can see.
Second left
Get,
from the current one.
get
Yes.
start.
That
Get
one.
Get
started
started right here.
here. Yes.
You'll have to come back here and then click on that green button.
To check.
Can I interrupt for a second, if you guys don't mind?
Yes. Yes.
So as I'm taking it, I'm assuming basically what this is it's just like a training mode. We have to
Yes.
read. We have to read what the challenge is.
Mhm.
We have to go through all the training steps, and once we are done, we hit launch, and then we verify like what the steps are, and then once we're completed with that step, then we check on the challenge.
Perfect.
Yes, right. That
Perfect.
is
Perfect.
correct.
So in our
Can
free time, we'll be just reading what it says, what the instructions are. We'll just read the instructions and then complete the task.
Yep. Correct. Yeah, Runo, you were saying something.
Means in the beginning, first we have to launch, and then we have to proceed all the given scenarios. And then at the end, we have to check the challenge, not launch at the end. Right, Amrapali?
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this will not check the challenge because you haven't performed, right? It will throw an error because you haven't created, like it is saying that create a field on the contact object. So we have a standard object that is contact. On that standard object, you need to create a data type that is field currency, that you need to give the label as loan amount and loan amount, that field name and field label. So this we will be taking you through how to create the fields and how to work on the objects. For now, you can skip this, and like later on, like 3 to 4 classes after that, you can try this module. Okay, and you will earn 500 points. Okay, you can stop
Okay.
share. Okay, so for today we are done, and we'll meet on Friday, and I'll share the recording. I will create the YouTube link for this recording, and I will send it to you on the WhatsApp group. So you can just follow and see the recording. If in case if you want to see again, if you want to follow the steps again, you can just see the recording and everything will be in place. Okay.
Okay.
Just a small question, Devendra.
Yeah.
Will it log you out after a certain time if you don't do any activity, or will it stay on your screen as a logged in for longer time?
No,
No, it depends upon the
will get-
settings. It will get log out. So it depends upon the setting also. Like for example, if your
That
org
is
is
fine,
connected.
Devendra. I think the question is pretty simple. Yes, you will get logged out automatically if you are not doing anything here.
Okay. Okay, and have a good night, everyone. And so I'll share the recording in like some time. Okay, today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
Nice meeting you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good.
Bye.